is on danger.
Oh snap! They got fried chicken. Look at that fried chicken right there. Do you think? What? Have you ever said? Just
Hey Elise, how you doing? Queen, how's everything going with you, Elise? Hopefully all is well. Let's take a look outside. I haven't been outside all day. Let's take a look outside real fast. Be mad spiders. They be hella spiders outside now. Skin looking alright. I mean, looking good, looking alright. It's hella birds outside, huh? It's hella birds outside. Hopefully all is well, Elise. Hopefully all is well. It's hella birds outside. It's nice outside today. It'd be a good day to go out and do some deliveries. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna do some content with me doing deliveries, but I do that shit part time. That's my little, my little side job or my little side gig and shit. I'm doing good, at least I'm doing good. I'm living life doing good. I can't complain. Taking care of business, taking care of the family. Kids go to school tomorrow. Handling business, making sure my bills is paid. Make sure I'm healthy. You know what I mean? I can't complain. I can't complain. I'm just happy to be alive. The YouTube channel is doing decent. I'm glad to be back on YouTube a little bit. I took a little break for a while, but I've been back for the last like maybe month. So, you know, I'm happy about that. Pushing out this content. I do got some content. If I get more people in here, I do want to have a conversation about something. Lately I've been having real good conversations on here about real shit that's been going on. Yeah. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. A lot of people have been missing my lives. I've been getting a whole new crowd in here. I still get my little trolls in here once in a blue moon. You know what I mean? But I was on TMZ, and the rapper Boosie, he was talking about this on his Instagram channel where he was talking about. Hold on, make sure y'all can hear me. But he was talking about guys that's trying to go into the WNBA, like transgender. I ain't talk about you being transgender. I don't got no. So YouTube, this is all entertainment purposes, right? So let me see if I can find where I put this at. Cause I seen it on TMZ when he was talking about a transgender man that used to play for the NBA that's trying to transform into a woman. Maybe he already did. He's trying to go into the NBA. I mean the WNBA. Let me see. This guy right here. I don't even remember him. I think he played for the Rockets or something like that. I don't remember him. But I remember the rapper Bucci was talking about this, like this happening. An ex NBA player, Boris White, has announced he's transgender and plans to declare for the 2027 WNBA draft. Yeah, this is for, because YouTube be on that funny shit. This is for educational purposes only. YouTube. And the reason why this is educational purposes only is because is it fair for a somebody that was born a male, even if you want to claim you transgender, right? You still have man strength. You still have man abilities. How can you go? You feel me? How can you go to the WNBA as still being a man? I'm just that's just a question I do want to ask people, and I get more people in the chat that want to chime in on this question. Um, like I said, this is an open book conversation. This is an open panel. This is an open conversation. This is an open chat. Y'all know how I rock on this page. But like I said, a former NBA player, which I never heard of him ever. I don't even think he ever started. I don't remember him at all. I don't know what team he might have played for. Did he play for the Rockets? I don't remember him. I never seen him play. Maybe he was on the bench and never played. I don't think he was never a key player. Maybe I might be mistaken. I have to do more information on him. But yeah, he's saying that he's transgender now, so he's no longer consider himself a man, and he wants to go into the WNBA. And that's because he knows that if he goes into the WNBA, he will dominate. So is this fair to the women? Is this fair to all the women that put in all that hard work their whole life for men to come in to the WNBA? That's almost really like Joanna Man. If you ever seen the movie Joanna Man, this is really like it in real life. You know what I mean? And I don't, for my what I believe in, I don't believe that is fair unless you want to start a whole nother league up. Supposedly, at least he's saying that he's transgender now. So I don't know if he still got the man body parts, but at the end of the day, even if he changes that, he still has man strength. He still has man strength. Even if you change and you cut your dick off and all that shit, right? You still have man strength. So him going against women, he still got the same height. So what he gonna be dunking on women and shit like that? So it's not fair. Let me see. And it said it would bring more viewers. It said what would bring more viewers? Yeah, it definitely bring more viewers to the platform, but is it fair? Like he's like six. I gotta see his height. He's definitely probably like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". So he definitely can dunk. And in the WNBA, women ain't dunking like that. They not. Everybody hit that like button. Women ain't dunking. So him going into the WNBA women's league, is that fair to the women? Because he's going to overpower everybody. He could shoot better than them. He could jump higher. He's stronger than them. He could dunk on them. It ain't fair. And this is something that Boosie, the rapper, I don't know if I can find where he was talking about it, but he put a post on this shit. He put a post maybe like a week ago. And everybody's like, nah, that ain't going to happen. You just saying stuff. I'm like, bro, he knew something that was going to happen before it happened. I knew something like this was going to happen. I'm like, no, Boosie just wouldn't just say that. Let me see if I can find what Boosie was talking about. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find what Boosie was talking about. Yeah, and Stink Buzz. Salute to everybody. Salute to all my mods in the building. I gotta go to probably I gotta go to Instagram. Let me see if I can find what Boosie was talking about. Cause he announced this. He announced this like way before it was even out. I would wait until this is actually fully confirmed. Well, this is coming from TMZ. So this is something that the guy has put out already. Whoever the guy is, the NBA player, what's his name? Joyce or some shit? Voice. It is the rule that is allowing it. What is the rule that I don't? It might not be a rule. That's what I'm saying. It might not be a rule, bro. Real talk. Hold on real fast, y'all. It might not be. Let me see if I can find what Boosie was talking about. Because he announced that he was talking about that. Let me see. Because Boosie, TMC has been wrong before. Yeah, I'm sure of course they've been wrong. Let me see. Boosie. But Boosie talked about this. Man, and see if I can find a W. Keep Javon. Look, this is it right here. This is the first time I've seen this, and Boosie put this out like a couple of weeks ago, y'all. This is Boosie talking about. He said, "Keep the Jawan mans out the WNBA. If you was made a man to play against one, go and try out for the NBA. No match up against Wemby." He said, "Go match up against Wemby. At this point, y'all are hating on women's sports." And Boosie put this out a while ago. He did this like a week or two ago. He put this out. And everybody's like, nah, you just saying stuff and you bashing and shit like that. And then TMZ put that out about that player. You know what I mean? And we're going to go back to this player right here. I'm going to screenshot this right now. Let's see if I can screenshot that. No, I don't have to. Let's see if I can screenshot it. You know what I mean? Now we got to go back to this player. over here, it's just weird, y'all. It's weird because it might not be no rule like he was saying. The OnlyFans private snap. What is this? Did you get to on your strip today? This crazy. Like I'm saying, this ain't fair for the WNBA if men that's transgender can go into the WNBA and take over that league. If so, there should be a rule. And if it ain't going to be a rule, I feel like they should make a whole nother league. And it's no disrespect for anybody that's transgender. This is for entertainment purposes and learning purposes only. You feel me? That is not fair for a man to go into the WNBA and take over that league. It's not fair. You know what I mean? A man that's 6'6", 6'7", gonna be dunking on women's heads and boxing them in and all that shit and fucking shaking them up and dunking on their heads and rebounding on them. He gonna take over the whole league. He'd be the best player in the fucking league. He's really on some Joanna man shit in real life, y'all. And Boosie, like I said, he was talking about this. He talked about this like a week or two ago. You feel me? He talked about this a week ago, and everybody was mad. Men and women playing together would be some kind of must see. Yeah, but come on, let's be honest, man. Like, women, like physically, most women. I'm not saying not all women, right? Because there is some women that is stronger than dudes. Don't get it twisted. But majority of women are not stronger than dudes. So if he's really a former NBA player that played for the Rockets back in the day, I don't know. I don't really know him. I gotta do some research about him because I don't really know him as being a player. But is it fair that he can be stronger, faster, he can dunk, he would take over that whole league? So is it fair? What I think what everybody's saying is it fair to the women? I can see us playing against them in some fun game, but him just going into the league and be considered a woman, it's a women's league. He's not a woman. He's not a woman. Like, not biologically, he not a woman. Like, he made himself into a woman, which that's a whole nother story of like beliefs and all that stuff. I'm not gonna get into it because that then it becomes bashing. But like then they should make a whole nother league for transgender people. If you're gonna be a transgender person, then they should make another league for you to play in that league against another transgender person. Because that's why they have the NBA and the WNBA separate because men and women, we can't play. It's like playing football. You ain't going to see a woman playing the NFL. You might see one woman that might be able to last. Most women are not going to be able to play in the NFL. They're not going to be able to take the impact of getting tackled and all that stuff. Maybe they could play quarterback, but once they start getting sacked by a 350 man, they're not going to want to play no more. That's what I'm saying. He a whole man. He a whole nigga. Got everything backwards, and yes, I do. I actually thought you were her husband. Like, shit is crazy, huh? What y'all talking about, Granny? You say you barely broke 500 views today? Shit. But you be doing some numbers, though, bud. Like I said, I'm trying to get my page up there to do some numbers eventually. I'm happy that this page is finally growing little by little because we've been holding good conversations. But it's fair for women and men to play in the same sport. I could say if we was doing like some kind of all-star game or something like that, like a charity game. But when you go into a league itself, like it's like this. Ain't no woman gonna take over the NFL. Ain't no woman gonna really take over the NBA. It's just not gonna happen, no time soon. And I don't feel like it's ever gonna happen. Like unless you got a woman that's 7 foot, like Wemby's height, that can dunk and all that stuff, and that can rebound and can shoot. That's not gonna happen no time soon. Just like it's probably not gonna. That's why women don't and men don't play baseball. They don't play soccer together. They don't play hockey. They got their separate sports for a reason. Just like there's different weight classes in boxing. You ain't gonna put a woman against a man in boxing. Just like Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields proved that she got knocked out by a man when she was born. Now she wants to fight men. She was like the only woman that people thought that can go toe and toe in boxing. She sparred with a dude, sparring, and she got knocked out. He said, I thought her man's name was Stink, but that shit funny as hell, maybe in bowling or pool. That's what I'm saying, bowling or pool, no kind of, that little baby is walking around and shit. Yeah, no contact sports, no basketball, no football, not even baseball. Baseball is a contact sport. If we want to get serious, say baseball could become a contact sport. So it ain't in the hockey, like it's not going down. Even soccer could be a contact sport. Any like real contact sport, you can't put men and women together unless it's like some kind of all-star game. It's not right, and it's not fair to the women. It ain't fair. And yeah, I know we be come on here, we be having good ass conversations. I got a couple other conversations I probably will have later on about other subjects. I don't want to bring everything to one live. That's just the only subject that I want to talk about on this live. You know what I mean? I thought her man name. I just wanted to, open topic conversation. I don't want to know if it was fair for a man to go inside the WNBA and play against women. So once again, this is the guy right here, and Ibushi put this in here a while ago. You know what I mean? Please keep the Joanna mans out the WNBA. If he was made a man, play against one. Go try for the NBA matchup against Wemby. And that's no disrespect. It's just keeping it real. It's not fair to the women. It's what he was been trying to say. And then people were trying to bash him, like, oh, you bashing, you this and that inside the comments. I'm like, you got a whole dude. That's a whole dude trying to go inside the motherfucking WNBA. What kind of bullshit is that? Ex-NBA player Forrest White has announced he's transgender and plans to declare for the 2027 NBA draft. So he really gonna do this shit, and I believe it. I believe it. The way this world is, I believe it. I believe it. But I feel like they might try to make some rule to stop that from happening. And then what's going to happen? Watch, they're going to try to take it to court. It's going to be a big thing. He's going to be like, "Well, you're bashing and all this stuff." Watch, it's going to become a big thing, y'all. Mark my words, it's going to become a big thing soon. If he doesn't get, if he's not allowed to play against them, is he going to be like, "Well, I identify as a woman now." Like, nigga, you can identify as a woman all you want. You still got man strength. I seen mad transgender dudes like about to get into a fight and they snap right back into being a dude real quick. They be like, boom, what's up, my nigga? What's up with it? What up? You know how many men you can YouTube it, you can find that on probably not more on YouTube, but more like on like maybe TikTok and Instagram. You'll see a bunch of transgender dudes that about to fight real dudes and they'll switch right back into a man real quick. Don't get it fucked up. They still got their same man strength. Let me see. LOL, the way the women are competitive, they probably would become the competition. I mean, that's one way to look at it, but like, come on, like, it's just like putting it. Would you put a woman inside the NFL? Would a woman last inside the NFL? And right now, you feel me? That's just maybe being like a kicker. I can see a woman. I think there might be some women kickers. I don't know about in the NFL, but I know there might be some that might have tried out for the team. I know there might be some in Canada, but like, would you put a woman inside the NFL? Does a woman want to get tackled by a 250-pound linebacker? You know what I mean? That's going to try to take their head off. Like, let's be honest. And then a man, I feel like it's going to fuck up the sports because a man not going to want to, he not going to want to hit the woman as hard as he would hit a man. So then it becomes like playing tag football and shit. Inside the NBA, I feel like if he's probably gonna be one of the tallest players that can dunk. Most women can't dunk. He's gonna be dunking on them. He's gonna take over the NBA. He's gonna be the most viable player inside the WNBA if he's able to go and play with them. If you're a good man, you wouldn't feel right trying to box a lady. That's a fact. Now you see what I'm saying? Let's go from boxing. Would you put a woman in the ring with a dude? Like Clarissa, like I said, Clarissa Shields tried that shit. She got knocked out sparring. She wanted to go toe and toe with a dude until she found out that she's not as strong as a dude, and she got knocked down. Not in the real ring, but she got knocked down sparring. When she was training, she went toe to toe with a dude, and she got knocked out. And wrestling, and they had girl versus boy wrestling. That's crazy. They got boy versus girl wrestling. Why would they have that for? I disagree with that. I wouldn't want my son slamming a girl around, unless it's like some kind of kiddie shit though. But I think it gives the. I'm telling you the truth. I think it gives boys the wrong idea that it's okay to slam girls around. I told my sons, you only get physical with a chick if she got a weapon. If a chick is trying to kill you, she got a gun, she got a knife, that's the only time I give you the okay to knock her fucking head off. But if it's like a one-on-one fight, don't put your hands on no woman unless she got a weapon. If she got a weapon, then it's all fair game on everything. If she got a gun, a knife, or something that can harm you, then you knock her damn head off. That's the only time I give you okay to knock a woman's block off. She got to have some kind of deadly weapon that could do deadly harm to you. But yeah, boxing or wrestling a woman, yeah, I don't really condone it. I wouldn't want my son, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want my daughter in the wrestling ring with a dude because he slammed my daughter the wrong way. I'm gonna want to fuck that boy up. You know what I mean? Had a boy try to wrestle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said let any boy try to wrestle Bill Moore. Was she a wrestler? What's cap? What's cap? You stupid as hell, motherfucker. You got me twisted. Talk about I ain't gonna do something. I'm known as one of the people that would do something, motherfucker. Ask my family members. I'm one of the motherfuckers that will do something. You got me. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't ever underestimate somebody. The quietest one in the room is the more deadly one in the room. Remember that shit. You know what I mean? The quietest one in the room is the more deadly one in the room. Remember that. The one that you think is the weakest would be one of the strongest ones that you don't want to fuck with. Just to tell you the truth, not saying how you the biggest dude and this and that. Nah, that ain't what it is. It's Frank Lynn's daughter. I gotta look her name up. I'm gonna look her name up, Bug. I'm gonna get at no dude. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's not common. It's not common. If you put 100 women against 100 men, you might get maybe 10 women that might get at certain men. It ain't gonna be common like that. It's not men. He said he's one of the most famous UFC fighters of all time. Name sounds familiar. I'm gonna look it up. I would never underestimate a woman, but this is mostly talking about like basketball and stuff. I'm not saying that a woman can't compete with a dude. I'm just saying that I think they should make a separate league for. I don't think it's fair to certain women because yeah, you might get a bunch of women that can compete inside of that competition, but then like men would just take over that competition. Then it's not really the WNBA no more. It's just another man sport. You know what I mean? If you get a bunch of transgender guys that's going to be over there playing inside that field, I feel like a lot of women might agree that plays for the WNBA. They'll be like, okay, now we got to go against dudes in our own field now. It's going to make their competition harder. Yeah, it might push them to play harder, but like if you ain't 6'5", 6'6", and you can't dunk and he can out rebound you and stuff like that. So what you gonna do when he going for a rebound and he like 200 pounds, you know what I mean? And he can box you out and get every rebound. I always wonder why they allowed it in the PA free gender wrestling. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't agree with that. I'm not saying that. I'm sure that there's women that's stronger than men, but like I said, if you put 100 men against 100 women, most likely you're gonna have a good like 75% of men that's gonna win. So like I said, I don't think it's fair to the women. I'm just saying, you put 100 men versus 100 women in most sports, you're probably gonna have a good 75% of men that's probably gonna win the sport. Other than like pool, swimming, I give that. Maybe track, because I know women can kick our ass in track, pool, shit like that. But any kind of physical contact sport, it's not going to be common like that. You might get a few women, a few. I know to run away from with me when I call them. You know what I mean? Most people have. I'm just saying, man. Like I said, it was just an open topic conversation. Like I said, I got a few more open topic conversations that I do want to get into. You know, my last few lives, you've been getting it in with these good conversations. I'm probably going to end it at that. I got a couple more open topics that I want to bring to this table. Nah, track stars have to be by gender. You said, nah, okay, you said track stars? Okay, now, why do track stars got to be separated? But, like, it's okay for women and boys, you know, boys and girls to wrestle. Wrestling is more of a physical sport. Running is just running. running ain't no real physical sport. You just running. And I'm sure that there's a lot of women percentages that could go against. Maybe not the fastest man in the world, but there's a lot of women. I mean, that could go against. What the fuck you doing? We're tripping. Like I said, man, it's just a thought. YouTube family. It's getting hot as hell. I'm about to go back in this house. I'm about to charge this phone up. Actually, this phone is dying. I look at the record time difference. The record time, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The record time difference, and that's just track and field. Imagine trying to go against somebody in the motherfucking. It's kind of hot. I can't even really think of I can't really think who the fastest man is, and I know old girl, the black girl. What's her name? It slipped my head. Her name slipped my head for some reason right now. One of the fastest women right now. Richardson. What's her name? Richardson. Yeah, Shakira. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's exactly who I was just thinking of. Well, that'll be a good match. I have to go, but y'all have a good one. At least I appreciate you for popping up for this hot second. We will be back live with more conversations. I might go back and talk or re-talk about this, but I'm gonna add this on to another part of something else I'm gonna talk about too. I'm about to go back in the house and charge this phone up. I'm gonna come outside in a little bit later. We're gonna have another conversation. Hit that notification bell, like and subscribe, and I will catch everybody on my next slide. Man, I appreciate everybody for